Hey, everybody, welcome back to Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. Tragic story happening out of Lafourche Parish. It actually started in Jefferson Parish as a fellow got in his vehicle and was presumed missing from Jefferson Parish, and he ended up was found in Lafourche Parish, and he had crashed his car and he had passed away from the crash. Here to talk a little more about that is Captain Brendan Mathern, of course, with the Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Department. So, hey, Brendan, thanks so much for being with us. Yeah, just a story of a fella that I guess his family was looking for him, and he was discovered in LaRose. Is that right?
Yeah, this actually started as a missing persons investigation in Jefferson. Burnell Sins is actually from Jefferson, and his wife filed a missing persons report with Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office on Sunday evening. As soon as they filed that, they contacted us because his cell phone records showed that the last known location was in the LaRose area around the area of Adam Boulevard in LaRose. And for those maybe not familiar with it, if you are familiar with the T-Bois Bridge, that right as you're coming off of the T-Bois Bridge is Adam Boulevard on the LA1 side in LaRose. That's just north of the Intracoastal Canal. So if you go all the way to the back of Adam Boulevard, there is private property, some crawfish ponds back there, and eventually you get to an outfall canal and the levee system that is protecting the area. Well, as it turns out, Mr. Sins was last seen as far as his location in that area, as far as his cell phone location. He wasn't actually seen, but his cell phone showed that he would be in that area. Obviously, deputies and detectives went to that area, began searching for him, could not find him. We then expanded the search, actually going as far north as Lockport, Gaines, and Raceland to be able to attempt to locate him. In doing so, and as part of the investigation, we announced it on social media that we were assisting Jefferson Parish with this missing persons search, and looking for information. Lo and behold, we end up, as we continue to search the area, we end up, he was found. And unfortunately, his body was found inside of his truck, which was discovered inside a small canal at the back of a private property at the end of Adam Boulevard. So again, we had searched Adam Boulevard, but we had not gone all the way to the back. In fact, it was blocked off by a tractor on that property. And again, we're in the preliminary stages of the investigation, but it would appear that Mr. Sins somehow got through that area that the tractor was blocking off with his truck that you see in the picture here, drove nearly a mile to the end of the property where his truck would have then driven into a small canal about the width of the truck. And when we found him, it was submerged. The truck was submerged about halfway with water, about up to the hood. And as it turns out, an autopsy was conducted this morning on Mr. Sins. No signs of foul play. In fact, the cause of death, it appears to be hypothermia, which makes sense considering he would have been in the water in his truck in some very cold conditions on Sunday night. Ultimately, we do believe that alcohol was a factor in this crash. Toxicology reports are pending, though, so in order to determine that. But that is where we are as far as this investigation is concerned. Like you said, just a tragic story here, a tragic ending to this story.
Yeah, and to drive as far as he did on a private road like that, it wouldn't be like he just made a wrong turn. It seemed like anyway, and I don't want to add anything to that I'm just making up here, but it does seem like that would be an intentional route to go to. So I'm sure the family, you'll be in touch with the family for that.
Yeah, and like that's what detectives are operating on at this point, that this was intentional, that he drove down Adam Boulevard. Although he's from Jefferson, we do know that he was familiar with the area. He did work in this area, knew individuals from this area. So it seems to reason that he may have been somewhat familiar with Adam Boulevard, with the property. Again, all of that is unknown at this time. Sure. That's still under investigation. But yes, as you pointed out, that is correct, that it appears that he would have intentionally driven to that location.
Yeah, he's only 47 years old. So, yeah, a tragic deal there. Switching gears just a second now, obviously Mardi Gras comes early for us this year. which, as you guys will have to take extra precautions, it still may be a little chilly, depending on it. But law enforcement will still be out, and not to say this was an alcohol related event, although I think toxicology did say some of it. You guys are planning to make sure the highways are safe as we go into the Mardi Gras season, right?
Well, no question. Other than the security at each of our Lafourche Parish parades, which is certainly paramount in our eyes, one of the major things that we're going to be doing outside of parades is adding extra officers to the road. Every year we participate along with the National Highway Traffic Safety Commission and the Louisiana Highway Safety Commission and National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. We participate in ongoing efforts such as click it or ticket or drive sober or get pulled over. And we will have one of those campaigns active through the Mardi Gras season, which is going to end on Mardi Gras Day. And ultimately, in those efforts, we may have some checkpoints, all that's still in the planning process at this point, but we are certainly going to have officers paid overtime to saturate our patrols. That means we're going to have more officers on the road than normal, and those officers specifically will be looking for signs of impaired driving to try to remove those drivers from the roadway. So it's just one more of the ways that we're trying to keep everyone safe this Mardi Gras season.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, it's one of the great traditions and fun times of living in South Louisiana, but you don't want to wreck that with a sobriety event, whether you're getting pulled over or tragically if you're hitting somebody on the roadway. So, hey, Brendan, we appreciate the update, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much.
All right, Harry. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll be right back with more Bayou Time right after this.